Run it back.
Hello, this is Communicative English Part 3 from Family English Language Improvement Center. So this lesson is going to present Part 3 of Communicative English, which is greeting. Greeting means exchanging of personal information between two persons or between two known individuals. So that's greeting, it means, there is a time to exchange personal information. So they are called greeting. So we are going to just categorize greeting into two. One is formal greeting and the other is an informal greeting. What makes formal and what makes informal? ሰላምታ ማለት ነው። ሁለቱ የሚተዋወቁ ሰዎች እርስ በርሳቸው ስለ የግላቸው ሐሳብ ወይም መረጃ የሚለዋወጡበት የኮሙኒኬቲቭ ስኪል አንዱ ፓርት ነው የሚሆነው። And what is formal greeting and what is informal greeting? We do have four distinctive things that formal greeting is different from that of informal greeting. The first one is gap. When just we meet a person who is elders and authority or social status, so there is a gap. When it comes to informal greeting, no gap between the two persons. They have friends, they are relatives or neighbors and families. So that kind of greeting is an informal greeting. The second difference is there is title under formal greeting and no title for informal greeting. When you say title mean it gives respect to give respect to someone. So we can say that for the title it means. In the Ethiopian culture we have different just titles. Ato for male person, Wezero for married, and Wezerit for a single woman, and doctor for doctor, engineer for engineer. When it comes to just a foreign culture, we have some titles, Mr. and for male person, Miviv for married woman, and Miv and Miviv. This is the title for a foreign person. So the second factor is title for formal greeting and no title for an informal greeting, because the two friends, they are two neighbors and relatives. The third difference is under formal greeting, we can just use formal language. In case of informal greeting, an informal language. And the fourth distinctive factor is the situation. We exchange personal information when you meet an important person in a meeting, in a workshop, in symposiums and seminars and in workshop in colleges and universities. When it comes to informal greeting, we meet a person or our friends in any situation. So these are the four very important things how formal greeting is different from that of an informal greeting. እነዚህ ፎርማል ግሬቲንግ ከኢንፎርማል ግሬቲንግ የሚለይባቸው አራት ዋና ዋና ምክንያቶች ናቸው። የመጀመሪያው አሁን የምናየው ፎርማል ግሬቲንግ we have four stages. One is the meeting stage or sing stage, and the other is the small talk, and the other is the convince stage, and the other one is the parting stage. አራት ስቴጆች አሉ። እነሱ ላይ ምን አይነት ቋንቋዎች እንጠቀማለን? ኤክስፕሬሽንስ ነው የምናየው። under formal greeting there is a meeting stage or sing stage. When you meet the person and in the first space mean ሰውዬ ሰላምታ የምንለዋወጠው ሰውዬ ጋር መጀመሪያ ስንገናኝ የምንለዋወጥባቸው የቋንቋ ሁኔታዎች ነው አሁን ማለት የምፈልገው። The first one is good morning. There is title, Ato, Wezero, Wezerit, Mr., Mrs., Miss plus name, John. This is one title here, and the language here is formal language. If it is in the morning, so this expression is important. And good afternoon, if it is in the afternoon, after 7, and Wezero, and here is doctor, and plus the name of the person, Tom. And the other, good evening, if it is in the evening, Mr., Mrs., and plus the name of the person, Sandra. These are some of the expression. And the other one is hello, which is title, Ato, Wezero, and the name of the person. And the other, how are you? How are you plus the name of the person. And I'm happy to see you plus the name of the person. And it is nice to see you, the name of the person. It is a pleasure to see you, the name of the person. good to see you, or how is it going? These expressions are common when you meet the person during in the meeting stage. If we say, good morning, Ato Dereche, good morning, Mr. John. Good afternoon, Ato Dereche. Good afternoon, Mr. John. Good evening, Mr. Dereche. Good evening, Mr. John. And hello, Ato John. Good evening. Hello, Mr. Kabada. And the other one, how are you, Mr. John? I'm very well, thank you. Or I'm very fine, thank you, Mr. Thomas. And the other, I'm happy to see you. I am happy to see you too, Mr. Thomas. These expressions are very important. And another, it is nice to see you, Mr. John. It is nice to see you too, Miss Sandra. It is a pleasure to see you. It is a pleasure to see you too, Miss Sandra. Good to see you. Good to see you too. How is it going? Very well, thank you. And you? So these expressions are commonly understood under the meeting stage. So I have to just use this expression here. We do not use this expression in another stage. After saying or exchanging this expression with a person that I know before during the meeting stage, I directly came to the handshake stage. ሚቲንግ ስቴጅ ላይ እነዚህን ነገር ከተለዋወጥን በኋላ ወደ ቀጣይ ሃንድሼክ ስቴጅ ነው። ምናልባት በእጅ መጨባበጥ ነው። ይሄ ደግሞ እንደ ቀረቤታችን ሁኔታ ይወሰናል። if I have a good proximity with the person that I know before, I can just shake with my hand. If not, no need to shake, please. So it is not mandatory to shake a hand under formal greeting. It depends on one's proximity of a person. So the third stage, which is small talk stage, this is a very important point that we are going to discuss or exchange some personal information with the person that I'm coming to exchange information. So I'm coming to just ask about the job. How's your job? How's your job? It's fine, interesting, all right. And not interesting, not bad, not good. And how's life in Addis? Life is expensive. Life is not good, not bad. So that life in Addis is too expensive, and life in Addis is rocketing. Goods and services are costly. So I cannot manage my life in Addis. So you can just give a response on this way about when you are talking about life. And the other one, study. How's your study? Actually, everything is going well, but some courses are difficult for me because I cannot give a space or a time to study that course. So I can't cope the subject. So you can say it. And the study is going well. I'm giving some much time and in studying for the lesson. So study is going well. Study is very nice. Study is okay. You can just give. And the other one, what he likes and dislike. What are your likes? My likes are this one and this one, this one. But my dislikes are maybe listening music, watching horror films, and others. So you can ask such kind of question under the small talk stage. The other very important point here is you are coming to ask about how is your future ambition and your families and the weather condition and some extra information you are intending to ask about a person. All these are the examples. Then somebody is coming to talk. Here the examples I'm giving and some more which is in someone's view, someone's idea. So this is a very critical place that when someone is in the middle of greeting with a person, formal greeting. The third stage is the convince stage. Convince means you are just sending a message to someone who is not with us, who is in another place. Convince stage ማለት መልእክት የምናስተላልፍበት ደረጃ ነው። ከኛ ጋር ለሌለ ሰው ሰላምታ አቅርብልኝ እንደኔ ሆነ ሳምልኝ ብለን መልእክት ስናስተላልፍ ኮንቪንስ ስቴጅ እንለዋለን። እንደዚህ አይነት ሁኔታዎች በግሬቲንግ ላይ ነው የምናወራቸው። So we have some expression to give some regards to the person who is not with us. Give my best regards to your sister, your brother, or give my best wishes to your brother or your sister, or remember me too, your brother or your sister for me. These are the best expression to give a message to someone. The response here is thank you, I will, or thank you, I certainly will is the appropriate response when someone gives a response when I send a message to his families or his friends. This is the fourth convince stage. The last stage is closing or parting space. This is also true or mandatory when two persons are talking about a topic and they finally depart each other. So some of the example or the language that we use under this parting space is goodbye, Ato or Wezoro or Wezorit, or Ato Molla, goodbye, Mr. Kabada, goodbye, Mr. Admasu, And I hope to say again, Ato Mullah. I hope to say again to Mr. Kabada. So these are the expression for parting stage under formal greeting. So let me give you one model dialogue, how somebody is going to, how you are going to just practice greeting when you meet a person in an important place, such as in a meeting, in a workshop, in a conference, in schools, colleges, and universities. Let's come here. There is a conversation between Mr. Thomas and Ato Dorje. Hello, Ato Dorje. Hello, Mr. Thomas. Mr. Thomas, how is life? It's okay. How about you? It's interesting. By the way, how is your sister? Ato Dorje, she's okay. And Mr. Thomas, remember me to your sister. And Ato Dorje, thank you, I will. Goodbye, Mr. Thomas, and goodbye, Ato Dorje. These are the examples how you are going to inculcate formal greeting in a place that you are going to practice it. So, totally, formal greeting is different from that of informal greeting. So, if there is a gap between the person, you can just use formal greeting. If you use a title, you can just also use for formal greeting. The language you use is formal, you can just use formal greeting. And the situation is the fourth distinctive factor. So whenever we meet a person in a meeting, workshop, seminars, and symposiums, colleges, and universities, we can also use an informal greeting. So this is communicative skills part 3. The next part 4 is going to present an informal greeting. When do you use informal greeting? How informal greeting is different from formal greeting? What are some of the common language expressions we intend to use in informal greeting? Thank you for watching my video.